Hello, everyone. Everyone. Welcome back to the Forgotten Circus. So it's going to be another what if segment, and this one's actually going to be on Loki. So let's talk about the true potential of Loki and a power that you don't see him use that much that would actually be more powerful than any other powers that Loki's ever used in the MCU.
Probably needs to be more powerful.
Now, Loki is the adopted son of Frigga and Odin, Thor's father. He's also Thor's brother, adopted brother. Why do I keep saying adopted? Some people may look at it like adoption. Other people might look at it kind of like
Possible abduction. Either you're abducted or you're not.
But he was kidnapped.
So you see what I'm saying there? So he's actually a frost giant. So the form that you see is so there's been different ways that they've done it in the comics. I'm just going to go by the MCU way. So it seems like he already had the ability to actually look fair-skinned and not blue because he is blue with red eyes. Because he's from Jotunheim. That's why he always says he's the rightful heir of Jotunheim.
A frost giant of Jotunheim.
That is his realm. It's one of the 9 realms that are actually in the MCU. It's really vague about his people, his culture, where he comes from, but he's actually not the son of Odin. He's the son of Laufey. Laufey was the ruler of the frost giants, which Loki actually is. So they have magical abilities. That's why, so Frigga did magic. That's why she was able to teach him how to keep kind of that appearance at all times. And I believe she was the one that showed him the spell and put the spell on him. But that brings up another question. So when he's in the TVA, magic's not supposed to work there, right? So why isn't he in his true blue form with red eyes? Which I know people are going to be like, oh my gosh, he looks like Grand Admiral Thrawn. I don't know. Maybe Thrawn, maybe he's from Jotunheim. Nah, totally different universe. But it just makes me wonder with the TVA how is he still in his other form instead of his true form? But minor hiccups, I guess. That's why he's looking. And if you notice, when he gets close to the Tesseract or something that's from his realm, he changes to that color of blue, his true form.
Stop!
Now, not a lot, like I said, not a lot is known about the frost giants in the realm of Jotunheim, but it's very important because if they've withstood Bor, Odin, Thor, and one of their own, Loki, that realm has still survived. Now, they're basically primitive hunter-gatherers, but they have a lot of magical abilities. But the thing is, Loki possesses way more. He's like an anomaly. Think about him like Paul Atreides from Dune. That's how he would be to Jotunheim. He was born small. Frost giants are about 10 feet tall.
Run back home, little princess.
Now, when they don't like heat, they like the cold. So that could be an issue. But when they attacked Asgard, it really was an issue. It seemed like they got a little smaller. It may have to be accessible. So they went from like 10 feet to 8 feet. Probably. Still large. They're really primitive. But they had to have some type of something. There's something there because even Odin said it himself. That there's something they wanted to unite those two realms. And it's not for the fact of all the realms being united. There's something special about that place and that people. And that's why he adopted... Kidnap Snowflake! I want to say he was adopted. Borderline. Loki. Now, let's get out of that equation of the frost giants. Now, they have the pill... let's go back a little bit. So they do have the powers of sorcery. And there's one thing. So I'm going to go over Loki's powers. And this is one power that the frost giants have mainly that we know of and have mastered. Now, they still do sorcery magic abilities. So these are Loki's abilities. Astral projection, shape-shifting, hypnosis. We've seen that before. Molecular rearrangement. Interesting.
Might be onto something here.
That's that one right there. I want to talk about that one later. Energy blast, we've seen that. Levitating, somewhat. Conjuration, telekinesis, and teleportation. Yeah, we have seen that, especially with the Tesseract. When he grabbed the Tesseract, he teleported. See, it's something about that Tesseract. And I think in the first season, when they showed the Tesseract and they treated like nothing with the Infinity Stones, Loki was on to something with that. And there's a reason why they brought the Tesseract up, because it's going to come into play. But the one thing is cryokinesis.
What the hell is that?
Now, I don't know of any of the other sorcerers that can do cryokinesis. Now, cryokinesis is the ability to basically freeze everything.
Calling himself Mr. Freeze.
Loki could literally, if he taps his full potential and just goes straight full-blown frost giant with all these sorcery powers, he could freeze planets. Now, we're getting into why he's more powerful than what people think. So, Loki is using probably a third of his powers. He literally could become the strongest sorcerer in the MCU if he wanted to. He lives longer. He doesn't need a book. He really doesn't need spells. It just comes naturally to him. He just knows how to do it. You don't see him casting any spells like Doctor Strange and all that. Loki's just like, you know?
The spell? Like magic?
I think this is very important because it will work with the timeline. If Loki actually uses this ability, he would be unstoppable. Now, we do have a problem with... Now, Loki is the rightful heir of Jotunheim, and Jotunheim wasn't destroyed, even though Loki did try and destroy it. Thor stopped him. But look how he froze Heimdall when he finally started using that side of his power. Why he doesn't use it? Maybe it gets too dark for him to use it, because the Frost Giants didn't look too friendly unless it was their own people, and sometimes it looks like they were throwing their people to the wolves. We need to use Loki to use this ability. This could be a very big part in this whole Kang dynasty, if it even happens. Who knows? There's so much superhero fatigue. This is why this is a what if. What if Loki just transforms into his true form? Even with Sylvie and all them there, but like, this is me. And use those powers. Would you be able to use those powers to freeze all the timelines to keep them stable?
Well, Genie can freeze time. So
There's stuff he could do with that power. He almost destroyed his own realm. Granted, he did have Odin's staff while I was doing it, and the Tesseract. But I think he can just do it on his own. And I know we want Loki to be the good guy. Let's just say he's the anti-hero. I don't want Loki fully good. I want him to be the anti-hero. You never know what side he's on. It all benefits him. Let's keep him that way. Let's keep him in the middle. He'll be that gray area. He's the god of mischief and more. What is his capability? If Loki uses the Tesseract outside of the TVA, and he really harnesses in on who he truly is, he could be unstoppable. That you may not have to be worried about Kang. It could be Loki.
I am Kang!
So, whether he goes good or bad, I hope he stays an anti-hero, and I don't think he'll ever join the Avengers, if there's ever going to be an Avengers, but he'll partner because Thor's there. He'll partner with him. He'll be like a freelance guy. And maybe he might take over the TVA, but who knows? But will he use his frost giant abilities and his powers? We will see. Let me know if you think that Loki's tapped into his full potential, or he's not even getting close to his full potential. So let me know. That was my what if Loki just was himself and became the frost giant that he is. Never know. But anyway, everybody, please like, comment, and subscribe. And catch you on the next one. Everyone. And I do mean everyone.